Hello there guys, this is Mr. A and I'm bringing you something very different today. Let me just pause it. Right, so this was a 31k battle, however this was a 3v2. The guy that was going to play with us left, so I said, well, why don't we just do a 3v2. Plus this is a very different map. This is a gigantic hill. We're going to be fighting on this massive hill here. I actually forgot that I left my cavalry down here, so I've got to run them back all the way up here. So yeah, as I say, this is a 3v2. We had the same money, so we could spend more money on upgrades. As you can see right here, this unit has 8 upgrades on. So it was gold with 2 chevrons, which is pretty much all of them, I think. All gold with a chevron at least. Yeah. So yeah, so here I am, I'm the Scipii. As I say, this was a 3v2 on a big gigantic mountain. And I'm playing with a guy that I've been playing with quite a lot recently actually. He's quite funny, and he's pretty good as well. So it's Glorious Leader. I've got him on my Steam as well, so yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. He's got the Rome Julii, and he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 units of urban cohorts. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of Archer Auxilia and 6 units of Praetorian Cav. And I just have my I didn't go for any archers, which is usually my bog standard build. I've actually just gone for 13 urbans, 1 legionary first cohort, and 6 Praetorian Cav. But as I say, I've really upgraded them. We are fighting against... Right, so I'll play. We are fighting against Cinemod 33, and he is the SBQR faction. Now, as you can see here, he has fully upgraded every unit that he's got, but he doesn't have very many units. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 urban cohorts, and 4 armored generals, but they are fully upgraded. So I've come straight for this guy here. He's going to charge straight into this little pack of infantry here. So I'm just going to put them straight in guard mode, as you can see right there. He does do quite a lot of damage to the front unit here, but I'm going to send in my cavalry eventually once I get there. And we should break this little bit here. So let me just pause it, otherwise you're going to miss some of the bits. So yeah, we've got Cinemod here, and as I say, he is the SBQR. Over here we have Kratoros. He's actually pretty good. He is the Brutii, and he has, I think, 14 urbans and 6 Praetorian Cav. Yeah, that's what I think he's got. 14 urbans and 6 Praetorian Cav. And then over here we have whatever the hell you flipping, or however you pronounce that. We'll call him Greece because it's so much easier. So he has he has 2 archers, and then the rest Spartans, and they look like they have, well, some of them have gold, silver, some of them have silver, I think. So yeah, these are going to be a force to reckon with. Plus, he's got this little choke point. So it will be very interesting to see how this all pans out with this choke point. You know, all he has to do is fill up this choke point, fill up this one. So basically just fill up both choke points, and it's going to be pretty much impossible to get through. So it'll be interesting to see what actually happens there. So let's go. So as you can see, Glorious has followed my lead. I'm trying to separate this army. As you can see, I've broke the cavalry here. I'm trying to separate this army here from this one. So I'm going to go with this army and try and come over here to help Glorious over here. But obviously he has to face two armies here, so you know, I need to be thinking about that. So as you can see, I'm running these 4 units of urbans over towards Cinemod over here. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to control this army here with what I've got here. I don't have very much here, but yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. So as you can see, Glorious is going for a big charge against these Praetorians here, but because his are much more highly upgraded, these Praetorians should fall pretty quickly. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be charging into this flank here, but I didn't realise that his guys were fully upgraded. So what me and Glorious will do is we'll try and surround these units here, but we don't actually do that well. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pretty much just leave it. As you can see, that should have broke the whole of this army here with that big charge, plus them being pretty much fully upgraded, plus Glorious is being upgraded. These units should have just completely and utterly died. So what we're going to do, well, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and come out and take out this Brutii player here, because this is a really good move by Greece, trying to completely block us from this little choke point. And he sent one Spartan Hoplite unit to protect his flank as well, plus he's got some reserves. So as you can see, I'm starting to break through the urbans here. Basically all I'm going to do here is put my guys in Testudo in a moment. If I would have charged again, I probably would have broke these units here. But I just want to put these guys in Testudo just to hold. So what I'm going to do is send all my cav and smash into the Brutii general here. I want to try and take him out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to peel off a few units to take on these Spartan units here. But what he's going to do is going to bring the Spartan unit down, so it's actually going to block me in. I've just lost one unit here. So as you can see, I'm trying to push through so I can get around the flank. There we go. So I've just broken this general here, and I've just got around the flank. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to smash into these units here. Just trying to outflank some of these Spartans here. So here we go. Nice big charge. I'm just going to break all these 3 units, I think. Yep, these 3 units. So it frees up a lot of infantry units here. As I say, I'm trying to outflank the Spartans here. Now I saw these Spartans coming towards the rear of my guys, because I was going to flank them with my cavalry, but I thought that might have been a bit of a bad idea. So I brought this infantry unit round so I could try and outflank this unit here. But I'm just finishing off these units here. So my units here are in Testudo and in guard mode. So basically these 4 units were held up these SPQR Roman units really well. What I was going to do is I was going to charge over to try and save them, but they pretty much all broke, so I decided against it and wanted to bring my guys back to try and help take on these guys. So obviously I've got all my infantry now coming over because we've just finished off the Brutii player. And I'm just trying to find a good spot for my cavalry because he still has these Spartans over here. He's still got the Spartans in the flank, and he's got a lot of reserves here as well still. If he'd have completely and utterly blocked off this point here, it would have been absolutely completely different, I think. Because these flame arrows don't actually do anything to Spartans. They don't actually care about flame arrows. You know, I've got all my guys here. I think what I do is I take my general out, but we've just surrounded this unit here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and hit this unit here. Let's see if we can do it, because I want to try and break this unit, because I'm actually trying to run through all these men. There we go. So we've just broke that unit there, and another unit over here. So that was a good cav charge. If this guy had come over, it might have been slightly different, you know, because then I would have had to deal with him and take him out, plus we'd have had to deal with the Spartans. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to coax these Spartans out. As you can see, I'm trying to form a line. Glorious is taking out the archers from Greece, and this guy is just protecting his flank with this one unit of Spartans, which is a really good idea. What he should have done is stayed here. We'd have had to exhaust all our archers. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to charge here. One unit charged straight into pikes, but I wanted to take out this unit here. There we go, so we've broke that unit there. As I say, flame arrows aren't the best, so the best thing to do probably would have just been to just shoot them. To get at the flanks, maybe put some archer auxilia over here and archer auxilia over here, and then just shoot them from the flank. So what I need to do is get all my cav out. I don't want to be trapped by these Spartans here. But we do have some Spartans here. What I'm going to be doing is surrounding these Spartans. We are attacking these Spartans here from each flank. We've got some Julii and we've got some lovely Brutii. But this guy still isn't moving, so he's pretty much just left the Spartan player to do whatever. Maybe because it was a 2v3, maybe, I don't know. But he should have come over to help his Spartan ally. So we've just broke this unit here, which is good because it frees up another couple of infantry units. I've got my general here that's getting attacked by these Spartans here. So what I'm trying to do is take off this unit and another unit to take on these Spartans. And I didn't actually realise these guys were free. What I should have done is run my guys forward, just trying to take my general out, because obviously I don't want to lose my general. There you go. I've finally realised what I'm going to do is try and take these guys forward and try and surround these Spartans here, hitting them from the flank. There we go. So we're taking all those guys out. These Spartans here are completely and utterly surrounded, but they're still fighting. That's how good these Spartans are. Can you imagine if they were fully upgraded? So I've completely and utterly destroyed this flank here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and come in, just trying to get into a better position so I can strike. But right now I am attacking these Spartans from the flank, and like he's advancing so he can try and maybe help his general. The general over here is pretty isolated. He would have done better to try and save this general and put him back here. But that is pretty much it for this flank over here. It's a bit like Leonidas, but Leonidas should have stayed over here in the hot gates. So there we go, we've destroyed Greece over here. As you can see, look at all these Spartans. Look at all these lovely Spartans. Rome rules the day. So what we're going to do is we're going to run over to this guy over here. Can I... Let's fast forward it like that. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to slowly walk over. And then basically all we're going to do is just surround this guy and take him out. But as you can see, look at all this. This is how highly upgraded. Yeah, this is how highly upgraded his infantry was, because look, it's mostly just my guys. So you can tell how highly upgraded his infantry was. Can I fast forward it even more? There we go. It's not too much lag. Yeah, so let's say all we're going to do is we're going to go for a nice big charge. Look at all the dead over here. Absolutely brilliant. It's what we like to see. And the poor old Brutii over here as well. But there is pretty much death everywhere on the battlefield, which is great. Over here where we've taken out all these SBQR generals. Oh, stop, slow down. There we go. So what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to surround. I'm taking some units out to the flank. My general will charge in here, I think. Yeah, as I say, I'm trying to take these units out to the flank, and then as soon as we're in, I'm just going to charge straight in. I'm aiming through his general. I'm trying to push through to his general, as you can see. And there we go.
General flees. Press forward so the spirit of his army is broken too.
So it's just, come on. There we go. It's just us chasing a few units for the moment, for a second. But that was actually a really good game. I actually really enjoyed that one. The 3v2. I know we had the same amount of money. However, we did. Yeah, as I said, we had the same amount of money, but they did have more troops, if you know what I mean. They did have, what do they have? That 1,000, 2,000. So we had 2,900, and we'll just say we had 2,000. They had 2,500. So they had 500 more troops, plus they were fully upgraded. So, so yeah. But it was an absolutely brilliant battle. I really loved being in it. Glorious played really well. And I must admit, the actual opposition team didn't play too bad. But yeah, so well played to Kratoros, Cinemod, and Greece. Druzina we'll call him. And really well played to Glorious. We won that by doing some really hard fighting. So well played to everyone. And thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Thank you very much.